He was the Nightman, but at some point, Loki broke the barrier between his world and Vidala. Loki was seeking the Godwill, seeking power. He found the Infinity Gems, and he made many Nightmen. After the madness set in, there were two. One who learned the night was larger and darker than he'd known. He chose to gain power through the magic of Rihanna, while the other rejected Rhiannon as a temptress. This Nightman stuck to what had already made him one of the mightiest heroes in the Ultraverse. They are both Nightmen, but the one who rejected Rhiannon's magic ends up here, in modern-day America. As Nightman tries to get his bearings and figure out where the hell he is, he's confronted by the police. Nightman tries to be cool, but the police don't listen. They never listen. Nightman is forced to beat the shit out of the police, and as he retreats, he comes to the conclusion that Rhiannon has sent him to another reality. As Nightman makes his way through the city, he figures his only recourse is to find magic so he can get back home. As Nightman hits this alley, he finds this maintenance hatch, so he jimmies it and makes his way inside. But Nightman may be in for more than he bargained for, as he runs into none other than Wolverine. Wolverine and Nightman go at it, with Nightman thinking that this world must have its own Ultras. Wolverine lands a glancing blow on Nightman's arm, and he's kind of confused by all the blood he sees. See, what Nightman doesn't realize is he has just made his way into Murderworld, and Wolverine thinks Nightman is working for Arcade, who has trapped Wolverine here. Wolverine and Nightman continue to go at it, with Wolverine slicing Nightman up, and Nightman landing some devastating blows of his own. As the pain in Nightman's arm intensifies from Wolverine's claws, Nightman thinks to himself he has to end this quick. Nightman whips out some taser gauntlets and hits Wolverine with a devastating uppercut. Nightman then proceeds to beat the shit out of Wolverine with these taser gauntlets, but the problem is Wolverine is still coming. Wolverine tells Nightman they're gonna fight it out, and the winner gets to live. As Nightman and Wolverine duke it out, Nightman tries to explain he's not from this world. Wolverine stops as he reluctantly believes him, even though he still wants to smash Nightman's face. Wolverine comes to the conclusion that Nightman is not working with Arcade. Wolverine would go on to explain Arcade is an assassin who likes to play with his prey. Arcade likes to rig up Murderworld, which is pretty much a really deadly version of a funhouse. And now Wolverine and Nightman are both trapped in Murderworld, as getting in Murderworld is the easy part. It's getting out that's the problem. As Nightman and Wolverine decide to team up, Arcade watches in the distance thinking this isn't good, as everything down there is designed to do in Wolverine. But nevertheless, Arcade is willing to deploy countermeasures. As Nightman and Wolverine continue to descend through Murderworld, they're halted by a wall of guns rigged to fire at any that enter their proximity. Wolverine tells Nightman to get down, but Nightman says his head is working. Now Wolverine tells him he's going to get that head shot off, but luckily Nightman manages to whip out his lasso and grab one of the guns and forces that gun to shoot the other guns. But as soon as they get through the wall of gunfire, they're confronted by a murder clown. Wolverine tries to dig in with his claws, but unfortunately the clown is made of metal, so bone claws aren't going to do the thing. But as Wolverine and Nightman prepare for the next attack, they end up falling through a trap door. This door drops them in a big ass pit of Laffy Taffy. Now Wolverine grabs onto the wall with his claw, while Nightman is immobilized by all the taffy. But luckily, Wolverine is able to cut them free so they can both escape. As Wolverine and Nightman get to the last stages of Murderworld, they're confronted by that same mechanical clown on a checkered floor tile. Now the floor tile's rigged to blow if you step on the wrong pattern. But Wolverine and Nightman managed to figure it out, and they both managed to tear into the mechanical clown. But in the process of doing all that, they also get jumped by some mini dinosaurs. Wolverine and Nightman kill every adversary in that room, and then they see what appears to be the exit out of Murderworld. As Wolverine and Nightman make their way to the exit, they're greeted by the outside world. As Wolverine and Nightman make their way outside, Nightman is still trying to figure out how he gets back to his own dimension. Wolverine offers Nightman help in the form of the X-Men, but Nightman refuses as he survived all this time without joining strangers. So Nightman feels as though he shouldn't lean on anyone else for help. Nightman and Wolverine go their separate ways, but nevertheless, Nightman knows he has made a new ally in the form of Wolverine, and surely these two will meet again in the future. The end. Thank you for watching.